Prediction when Mt. Gox will release the BTC, if ever.
It's a good question. I don't think we're in what, June, middle of June? It's almost my birthday.
Nice.
I don't see anything this year. Maybe, I think it'll have to like coincide with some of the framework that's being laid down for regulations. I'd have to research more. Maybe they've been more transparent, but the last time I checked, they thought about like springtime this year. Maybe they released some of the funds, or they were going to release some of the funds. I think that there's still a lot of question about like the custody of that Bitcoin, as well as how do you appropriately distribute that Bitcoin without creating like a cascading effect where the last person that gets their coins gets disproportionately worse value because of the fear that people are selling into the market on a massive event like that. And even if it's not the Gox coins that are selling, like if the rest of the market goes, oh, hey, a ton of supply just got freed up and we don't know what they're going to do, so let's take our bets off the table and basically drop the price so that if they do choose to come in and liquidate their positions, they're not getting nearly the purchasing power for it. So I think that there's probably still some conversations to be had about what the distribution looks like in order to make it fair and accessible for everybody without kind of playing like a cascading bank run.
Wouldn't it be something if they made the bottom? The coins got released, the bottom's in 11K, we just hit it, and then straight up from there.
Dude, if you can give me the Gox coins, they call it like the UN, but like governments coming out and saying like proof of work is illegal, and then give me like another 75 basis point raise on interest rates from the Fed, you're talking like $3,000, $4,000 Bitcoin, and like that's not support, guys. That's not, the bottom isn't in yet. Like that's just, you're gonna just take a huge bath, and then you can start to begin to worry at that point.
Wow. That'd be something. Oh gosh, 3 or 4K Bitcoin. That seems like such a distant memory of,
Yep.
I think people literally don't think it'll ever happen again. Like it's impossible, right? In most people's minds, they think, oh, that was a long time ago.
That's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night, is when everybody starts to have it figured out. That's when it's time you got to reanalyze the playing field, because that just means that like the unexpected is about to happen. $4,000, $5,000 Bitcoin would not surprise me. Like 11K bottom makes sense on a lot of different levels, but hey, 15% inflation doesn't make a lot of sense, but here we are. And it's like, so anything can happen out there. And when you're talking about high risk and just the nature of volatility, like people think that there's a difference between $30,000 Bitcoin and 20,000 Bitcoins. There's not. Those numbers are the same number. $20,000 Bitcoin and $37,000 Bitcoin, that's the same number. And like, it just shows you that you're that late. When Richard talks about like you bought the top of the S curve, it's like that's what I mean by some of these people have such deep positions, they will never be able to service that liquidity in market sells. So they can make tons of money off of the fear aspect and the market manipulation aspect of pushing prices lower and lower and lower. And I don't think that people really appreciate that it doesn't take that much economic energy, that much coin to change the prices that much. So if you start to feel really comfortable, like everyone's finally getting on Richard's side now. They're like, yeah, 11K is obviously the bottom. Okay, let's go lower. Let's, however low we need to go until y'all stop thinking that you're right, is the price that we got to go to.
Well, in 2017, it was, the phrase was, when your barista starts telling you to buy Bitcoin, that's the top.
The top is in, man. Yeah.
So that's like, let's say 95% down Bitcoin, if that's possible. What does that do to Ethereum? What does it do to Hex?
Yeah, I think because of the gas inefficiency of Ethereum truly had a chance to overtake Bitcoin, what they call the flippening. But the gas fees clearly created a risk profile for Ethereum that isn't sustainable the way that it was when the fees were, a penny, 2 pennies. And so because there isn't the clear cutaway fee efficient, high community density layer one solution out there, they're all kind of just treated as tech stocks. They're just seen as a portion of institutional portfolios that are heavy in risk. And so when the macro picture gets ugly, these institutions are just going to take safe money. Like when you're managing billions of dollars, you'll take 1% on your money all day. You don't need to try and expose yourself to 6 million X. Like that's just unnecessary. So I think until something like PulseChain, assuming that we can get the adoption,
6 million X, not necessary.
Yeah, it's like no, that's such pleb thinking that you need to do that much damage in the markets. It's like, tell me you're not a billionaire without telling me you're not a billionaire. And so that's where I see the market has kind of been just pigeonholed for now as this sort of like tech stock, high volatility market. And I think PulseChain has a chance. If we get the adoption, we could see some real decoupling from that narrative. But for now, the money that's already in the pot, they clearly are not looking at these things as a inflation hedge. They're not looking at it as a store of value hedge. They're not looking at it as digital gold. It's none of those things to them. It's simply a volatile opportunity to lick customers high and low, and they're going to play that game until they have a more profitable means of extracting that value.
Until it's regulated away, perhaps as well.
Could be, yeah.
They see it as that. Yeah, I would just speculate. I think they also see it as, hey, this is the market, tons of volatility. We know how to use it to our advantage. Let's get in, make the dollars until, in the future, it'll be harder to do that. That's what they suspect as well. And they're just playing this bear market cycle up and down. And that's certainly what it looks like going through these crazy, crazy volatility times. It's not just the retail. I think last time retail, got hit pretty hard. This time, hey, where's the institutions? Where's Michael Saylor? Where's not Puerto Rico? Who bought not Costa Rica? What is it? Damn country.
El Salvador. Yeah, El Salvador.
Yeah, they're all.
They're underwater.
Where's the support? Where's
right,
the support?
And that's the thing is like, dude, when you're talking cost basis under, I know people that have cost basis under $10 in Bitcoin. So, do you think they care? Do you think that $20,000 is a bad day for them, or 11K bottom? Like, dude, they're bajillionaires at 11K. They can't sell that Bitcoin. There's too much of it. So they provide liquidity. But